Let me just do quickie. Quick. First thing you want to do though is just hold A and Y if you're doing a full game. If you're doing an IO, the cutscenes really don't matter.
Yes, sir.
You can watch them if you want.
Let's stay focused. Watch your sectors.
There's the communications outpost.
This can go for both easy and legendary. Same strats apply to both. Same concept.
Let's check it out.
It's just legendary. You just have to be very solid in fights, gunfights.
June, I want your eyes on the sky.
I'm gonna show you the pathing and everything. Just I'm sure
Let's go, 6.
people see me do this a bunch of times, but I line myself up to get these perfect slide jumps because they're like very useful. Each slide jump saves like a second, maybe even half a second.
Eyes peeled.
But they're worth it though. And you don't have to do anything with the elite. I just like to shoot them.
Permission to engage, but be selective. We don't need to telegraph a presence.
The main thing about Reach though is the sprint cycles and how optimal you want to take the fighting. That's just a simple jump right there. Sprint cycles are very important. You want to do every single sprint cycle exactly the way how you want to do it every single time so that you can build muscle memory. Each refresh during sprint is about 5 seconds. And
Watch your motion trackers.
yeah.
What the hell is that?
On easy, you would want to shoot 3 times here and then go, but on legendary you wouldn't want to do that. Because on easy you want to alert them and bring the enemies towards you to grab the plasma pistol. And since it's also on easy, you wouldn't really care. But on legendary the pathing is on the right. On easy you can just go straight through. You don't have to take this path on easy. This is much slower. On legendary I'm taking this path because the enemies over there, there's gonna be enemies over there, and I don't want to deal with them, so this is the fastest route without getting involved. Oh boy. I want to go over here on the right, and you want that falcon to be on the left so you can deload June from the falcon. That's essential. It's very like important. And if you really want to, oh, that is very early. Oh my god. Oh, that is annoying.
This whole valley just turned into a free fight.
Yeah, you can do the early falcon skip over here. It's luck based whether you get it or not, but if you don't get it, just wait for the falcon to fly up. Get it to a certain height to make it bounce, even though it didn't bounce right here. I'll try and duplicate it now, but since I got like a bad checkpoint, it's like the timing you have to get used to and practice it. But yeah, sometimes you get lucky like this, and then you would want to go through the level quickly as you can. But for beginners, I guess you can do this. Hey Silent Wolf, how are you? If you're just like trying to get into this game and you don't want to do early falcon, there's another way, but the plasma pistol is still needed. You're gonna want to go over here, and you're still gonna get the falcon, but in a different way. You would want to just climb up these rocks and aim precisely around underneath the cockpit area And sometimes the falcon will glitch out and flip. Or not flip, or stay in the same place in the air. Just shoot it once more and it will just come down. Let me see if I can get this. I haven't done this trick in a while, that's why I'm like screwing it up. Sometimes you get a perfect flip, like this. That was very... wow. Unfortunately, that wasn't like a god flip or anything, but that still did the job. What you want to do is make this turn very sharp between these two rocks over here, and this will actually load a trigger to make that spirit come down here. And there's two ways you can. This is another trick that is gonna clip you out of bounds, and it's gonna help you skip the majority of the level. And what you want to do, just wait for this. There's two ways to do this. There's one, the IO way, which is to try and manipulate the spirit to go a bit more up and not over here, which I'm about to do, which is very consistent. The other way in the IO is very inconsistent, so that's why we don't do it. And it's also very hard to do. Like, even I have trouble with it. But what you want to do is just get yourself stuck in here and get pushed out by the spirit. It's always scripted to go this way, and you would have no problem to just clip out. Alright, for this place, it's also another trick, but what you want to do over here is not go too close to the ground and be stuck. Because if you go into this area, you're not going to get back out. And it is essential to just stay out of here and just shoot them from afar. And to hit another dialogue trigger to process the level, you just get out. For over here, people have problems, but line yourself up with this tree, and you're bound to hit an invisible wall, and aim yourself southwest on the compass, and keep an altitude of like about 240 or 230, and you'll get it. You'll get this little trick, and just slightly push to the right, just a bit. Here, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna try and fuck up on purpose so you can see what the fuck up looks like. And that's the fuck up. You don't want that to happen to you. It's a bit weird, but yeah, you don't want that to happen to you. So that's why you have to like slowly push yourself against the trigger to load that area, and you don't want to hit that teleportation area. That's still active, like around when you get the car. But that's important to skip a door that you're about to hit in the future, like in a few seconds. So, and this trigger, you would have to hit it. It's right next to this bush, or not even, like a little bit closer. But that deactivates the enemies and make them not function properly and not shoot at you, except for the spirit. The spirit can shoot at you if it wants to. So that's the only thing that you have to worry about. Other than that, you have to follow this. If you try and get back inside the falcon or stay in it, you're gonna get falcon locked, and the only way to get out is to get an elite to hijack you out. And yeah, this is the door that we're trying to skip. That's why that trigger I hit earlier over there, like in that area, and this one just activates the death barrier, which just insta kills these waves, so you don't want to have to do it. Yeah. Alright, the misconception over here. Sometimes you'll hit an invisible barrier. You just have to wait, because it has to detect that you're in it. So you just go in here as quickly as you can and just continue. It's okay if it if you wait a bit, but so depends on how fast you do it. Will make the barrier not up here for that long. For this combat's only for legendary. So what I do here is to shoot these 3 fuel tanks, and that destroys, or that kills all the Covenant on the bottom, which is only like a few grunts, even though it's very helpful though. Like, I have no idea. Gonna toss a frag. Grenades are very nice on this part, and you still want to keep a plasma pistol with you at all times with the DMR. So if you, ooh, that didn't kill anything. But normally those grenades will get like an overkill. Oh yeah, all this is pure combat on legendary. What you want to do on easy though, here to me. Let me kill these guys real quick. They don't bother me. Yeah, what you want to do on easy is not get involved with the fighting. It's just when the cutscene activates, grab a DMR if you want. Jump. The elite's gonna aggro, do his little thingy. He's gonna try and punch you. And what you want to do is just make him turn around and back smack him, and then run away as quickly as you can without like getting blocked by grunts or stuff like that. And that was a very bad name. And what you want to do to hit this last part on easy is do the same thing. Just combat. This is just pure combat. You would need to kill all these guys to end the level. Sometimes you'll have the elite, if you don't kill it, he'll follow you, or a grunt or two, he'll follow you and have that door closed. And you would have to kill them as well, and that takes so much time, like you have no idea. Precious seconds, like. And if you ever get here before all the enemies die, you can't get out over here. Like, I'm trying to walk over here. This thing only happens when we get inside the Falcon. Like, we do that glitch, and there's no way around it besides just restarting to checkpoint. But yeah, that's basically how Winter Contingency works. Just skipping all the fighting until the end, and if you clear the last area, that would activate the end, and you just have to press the button as fast as you can. All that looked easy because I'm so used to it, but that's also essential for easy and legendary. You can do it on normal and heroic, but primarily is easy and legendary. On easy, you just have to skip everything except for the last, and you just do the pathing that I just showed you. And yeah, that's basically it for Winter Contingency. And yeah, I'm fairly happy with that. It was quick.